It's actually more along the lines of just one aspect. So this would be what is good that's coming in during that period. So despite, there may be some other factors and things at play that interrupt some of the cycles, but for sure, this is one of the positive things that you can look forward to in this period. So let's start out with, and we'll get to kind of the time frame as well, but we'll start out with what I see here initially. So I do see the Magician card, and of course, that is a really good indicator that this is kind of making your own luck, taking action, having the skills, the resources, the ability, all of that. And certainly, it is that card that sort of puts you in your power to some extent, meaning you're reclaiming your authorship or your reality. You have some sense of control over those things in this period. So again, February to March 2026. And I say that because it is followed up by the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is also that card that indicates you have something to look forward to, because there's a level of self-sufficiency, there's that emotional independence, but it definitely feels like there's some kind of incoming money or some resource or something here that's coming through. And I also want to say, with the next card coming out being the Four, which is also a card of balance, Four of Wands, that is also a card of stability, home, and harmony, and it's certainly balance around the foundation. So, and not only that, I'm also seeing another card from February to March showing, the Emperor. Again, another card of structure, another card of stability, and things kind of being rooted in authority and something within your control. This could also be around a father figure, it could be Gemini as well, but there is some level of independence, like I say, or taking back some kind of authority, or regaining a certain sense of independence, sovereignty, I guess, if you will. So either way, the next good thing that's coming in does speak to something financial or energetically independent and financial. So again, there's very strong cards here that speak to stabilized home, work environment, taking control of something that previously felt chaotic. I feel like the next card out being the Empress, that's also Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, coming through strongly with this. But it's also, and Aries, but there's also that really strong indicator that that energy has some really good abundance. There's creation and nurturing and things of that sort. So something is growing in this time period, and it feels like it's dealing with a lot of structure. It definitely feels like this is a collaboration or something that's building because of some of the other cards here. The Hermit, as well as the Three of Pentacles. Virgo energy also prevalent, but certainly more the air sign energy. Again, lots of cards of tangible, practical moves. So again, I feel like there are some definite steps that you're taking that are increasing the probability of things being quite successful. I also feel, again, King of Swords, your energy coming through. This is clear boundaries. This is sharp thinking. This is emotional maturity. So again, I feel like there is a creative or intellectual project or something like that that's stabilizing. Also, someone respecting you for your mind. So this could be a partnership, doesn't have to be romantic, that is built on clarity, and it's not emotional drama. So there's a lot here that's mature, solid, grounded success energy. Like I said, especially when we have that card of the abundance for the Empress coming out. This could also involve a female, could also involve mother figure. But either way, this is something that excites you. There's something here that's pulling you forward, and that's what the Page of Wands is. So there's making you feel alive again. There's something here in terms of new energy. And again, there could be some kind of communication, but either way, I feel like you're reclaiming your personal power. So again, this was the card that's influencing at the bottom of the deck. And again, there's financial or structural stabilization. There's a creative or intellectual opportunity that grows, and there's stronger boundaries that change how people treat you as well. Possibly on the home front or work situation, something is solidifying. And I feel like you've stepped into this energy of the Magician and the Emperor and the Empress, and it's not victim energy. This is creative energy. This is where you're starting to detach because of that Hangman energy and reclaiming control over your life, especially with so many cards of structure and advancement in some way. So like I said, what I see here is you creating abundance. You're taking the lead. The timing on this, I would say the timing on this, because the Magician and the Page of Wands are quick energies, that might be some energy that's moving in the next days to weeks, not months. But then there is sort of a spark or an opportunity that's beginning very soon. And again, pentacles do move slower, which is the 9 and the 3, but they build, they stabilize. So something, first off, within the 1 to 3 month period, I would say, in the material shifts. And then by 3 to 6 months out, there's more full stabilization. So I feel like there's a lot more independence or financially something solidifying that grows over the next few months. So again, we did have the Four of Wands, which was connecting to about 4 weeks or that 4 month marker. So something is stabilizing within a season of something here. These are a lot of cards that sort of speak to foundation being locked in. So there's a lot of security there. And again, there's bigger shifts with the Emperor and the Empress, but there is a new phase shifting over 3 to 6 months, not immediate, not overnight. But once it starts, it is going to be lasting. And again, when we have that Hermit energy out there, again, could be dealing with Virgo energy here as well. But I feel like there has been a perspective shift for all this energy and this movement to be starting. So again, that that Hermit energy is also a reflective card. So there's been a reflective period first, and maybe that's been, about a month or a quiet recalibration before things really start to move. But I do feel like your timing, like I said, is likely to be 2 to 4 weeks where there's initial movement, a message, or an opportunity, or something that goes forward. Then within 2 to 3 months, there's clear structural improvement. Things are really going forward in a really, I don't want to say mechanistic way, but certainly in a way where there's a lot more planning and there's a lot more, you know, how do I say, maybe dealing with contracts and that kind of thing. But then full stabilization is really where things start to feel solid and empowered, is about 4 to 6 months out. So again, it doesn't feel like it's that far away, and maybe I guess in some ways for some it may, but it definitely does feel like, you're putting you first, and it feels like it's right before the pivot. So again, it may be that you're just about to pivot. And what I see here is that once that pivot occurs, the action really speeds up. So that's what I see here for the next best thing that's coming in for Libra. And hi there. Sorry, I was just trying to, and hi Gabby, and hi Limal. Sorry if I see that there. Oh, I don't know how to do it to Spanish, guys. Sorry. But either way, I'm glad you checked in. I think there is a button there that I did notice that can convert the language. But either way, keep moving forward. Never give up. It's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. See you in the next read. Keep moving.